Hello everybody and welcome back to the Lobotomy Corporation. Alrighty, in this episode we are going to continue along in our quest to try and achieve immortality, which of course will fail. Now, as I said in the previous episode, we do have room for 3 more characters, so welcome to the team, Hod Simp. Yeah. Marcos Jr., but now with quite blue hair, vibrant for this game. And instead of grapes on vine, now we have berries on vine. And not only is he a lot cooler, but he's also a lot tougher. Unlike grapes, you know, who's a little bit nervous to initiate, but once he's in there, he's going. Berries, he goes straight on in. He's ready for a showdown at a moment's notice. So, in this episode, I believe we are probably going to start with a ton of farming. I didn't mention it in the previous one, but I probably should have. Basically, these starting episodes, not a lot is really going to happen. Like, it's going to be pretty simple early on. And unfortunately, that's just kind of the way that it's going to go for this series, especially because I want to give us as good of a start as we can possibly get. But likewise, I don't want to spend the entire time just farming, because I think that would get a little boring. And, you know, I don't think you guys would enjoy that very much, even though it would pretty much guarantee that we get far into the challenge. I'm sure a lot of you would not like that. So I think we are going to do some farming still, just because that's kind of part of the game. But the thing about farming, farm as much as we want, it will not save us from instant kills. And the rule still applies unless we get completely wiped, as in everybody is dead and the day cannot be finished because we need to do the memory repository, like, literally, then we'll reset those days. But other than that, all deaths are going to be permanent. Maybe there'll be some exceptions, but we'll have to think on that. I don't want to bend the rules too terribly much, especially because I'm not trying to get to day 50. I'm just trying to do a little bit of a hard playthrough, get as far as we possibly can. So without further ado, let's get farming.
My heart that you do this. Otherwise, Rodian's last message changed his mind. When it got there, production and output could increase by 13% of energy. If you do not understand the meaning of the number, add it to the record. Otherwise, you will return.
Audio's probably gonna sound a little weird, but so far so good. I'd like to say that, despite what you might be thinking, we're actually doing pretty solid. If we can get all 3 of these suits, that is going to be a massive deal, because 3 people wear this, and then 2 people wear fairy. That gives us the red resistance, the black resistance, and the white resistance that we're gonna need. Also, poor Joy, angry down here because she can't really farm up because she had to get the Heart of Aspiration, but she's very attentive.
What do you think?
You can be proud of that. I do not know.
The company started its activity when it grew up here. It is okay. This shows that there is only one good news. Ammunition pieces are not easy to rub. I'm glad my job is now. I remember what happened when you came here.
What?
Napatraskaya. An era of fame for everyone. Upset, son. So for the first time, do not think about it. Today is a special day. You see a bottle of champagne on the table. Pour it into a glass. It can be toast. Oh, how bright there is. No one for the birthday or the office. Yesterday, I lost my first employee. In fact, there are many of them. He who is admired by the gospel. He did not know from the beginning that he was not in danger. Growth benefits consumers and cereals. It is very easy. I will be sure it is. Their heart will be up. Accepting a gentle death will probably give you a top return. But the champagne has been stored for a long time. Great memories applaud the darkness.
It's making a little sense. It's better than it was. Mark still has the worst dialogue so far.
I would like to suggest a few. For proper champagne consumption, gently touch the bar glass to the bottom of the top Ismenides foam and enjoy. Perfect, too.
So, I want to bring this up. It was brought up to me in the previous episode, and I personally think it's a pretty good idea. I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable for me, that's for sure. Number one, this isn't the point I wanted to bring up, but number one, you guys were very upset that I took away the Google Translate mod. So, after this day, we will bring back the Google Translate mod. It's gonna make life very difficult for me, but considering you guys want it, and I, your humble manager, and I'm all about you guys, so I will bring it back just for you. But the biggest thing is, I think we're going to make a tiny change to the rules. It's not gonna be that big. I mean, we're still gonna be restarting, but because of the Wonder Lab mods, and what happened last episode with a certain someone, I wonder who, we're going to make a tiny change to the rules. Essentially, deaths are still going to be permanent, and if we run out of people and LOB points, we're still going to restart to day one. But when we restart to day one, we're going to keep everything that we had, and anybody who had died can now be remade. So essentially, we go back to day one, but we keep everything that we've earned, including gifts, lore, quest progress, you know, all of that sort of stuff. But all the people that died during the previous run will essentially be revived. Though, I'm pretty sure I was already gonna do that anyway, but yeah, that's kind of my plan. Let me know what you guys think of that. I think it'll be a little bit of a better rule. It'll make this a very long series, potentially. But because of the Wonder Lab stuff being completely new to me, and me really not having any sort of way to play around it, so to speak, I think it's going to be the best thing to do. So, that being said, I will go through today, and then I'll install the Google Translate mod again for you guys. Just for you, I will install it again. But just to reiterate, when we go back to day one, we're going to keep everything. We're no longer going to completely start fresh. So that's how we're going to do this. That way we are still trying to get as far as we possibly can, but each time we do it, it'll get a little bit easier. Up until eventually, we might even just do day 50. If you guys are okay with the series being that long, because that's... if we keep going until we hit day 50 with Permadeath, it's gonna be one heck of a series, so hopefully you guys are okay with that. And without further ado, let's begin our day. I also have a little bit of an idea for an outro, potentially. We'll see, but maybe we'll have an outro for this series. I don't know yet, but we're certainly going to find out. Now, the biggest thing I'm actually having a lot of trouble with is getting used to the fact that, well, for one, we can't see any of their... Basically, all of the goodies you get, you just don't have access to anymore, and it is really crappy because there's so much stuff that I really, really like and want, but we kinda can't do it, so that's super fun. So, a lot of you guys were kind of joking about, oof, Red Queen, and I can see why, considering she ended our first Wonder Lab attempt. But considering this is try 3, I don't think it's going too terribly bad yet. That remains to be seen, though. Now that I've said that it's not going bad, it's going to go bad. So, nobody seemed to have any sort of problem with the amount of farming that we were doing. So, I think we're just going to continue farming. Especially because since we do not have HOD, we cannot farm past a certain stat point. I think it's 100? I don't know that for sure. Or no, it's Hakma. Without Hakma, we can't go past a certain level. I think 100. So once we get Hakma, we can go up to 130. But until that, we're stuck at 100. So I can't farm as much as I think I can. Also, that was a flawless attempt on Red Queen. Nice! So, we are weaker than what we normally would be. So that's definitely going to be something a little bit scary. Sally's going to go for an insight work just to reset the counter, and then she is going to go hang out and get herself a little heal. Oh my god! Sally's a monster! You've never seen someone deal with Red Queen as efficiently as Sally. Except for in the future, when you definitely see someone who does. But, that's okay. Now, I don't know who came for fairies, so I'm going to wait until it hits 40, and then I'm going to send someone to do fairies. That way nobody dies. We're just playing this as safely as we possibly can. She takes extra red damage. Not a lot, but she does take extra red damage, so I don't think I actually want her to farm fairies. I'm going to have Joy farm Repression with 1 sin. And then for who I'm going to bring to fairies, I'm kind of thinking Sombor, because he takes reduced damage. Oh, we could do Everett. Everett could use a little bit of justice. But I think we're going to send Sombor. Let's send Sombor to get some health. Yes, it's all looking good. I also think we're not going to pick up the heart today. We'll just suffer the penalty. That way we can get as much farming done as we possibly can. Now, because Joy has on Red Queen's outfit, she is taking only 0.7. I think it's technically like 0.5 or 0.6 because it's a Teth doing a Zayn. I don't know exactly how that works, but she's taking reduced white damage, so even if 1 sin were to completely demolish her, she would still be fine. And apparently, Sally is just a monster at dealing with Red Queen, which, speaking of, I'm pretty sure we're about to have a meltdown with her. I'm going to do a second insight. Yep. Okay, 41%. Let's go for a second insight. Hopefully this is a good result. Any sort of bad result, and we are absolutely just going to end the day, because we really can't afford for people to die. She only got 1! Oh my god! Sally's a people's person. What can I say? Sally is an absolute beast when it comes to dealing with people. She knows the ins and outs in conversations. She knows how to deal with a queen or two. After all, she's our queen. Isn't that right, Everett? Everett, where are you going? Everett? What? He's avoiding her! She literally walked over to him. Hey, how you doing? And he's like, Oh, that was kind of funny. Okay, we're gonna have Sally go wander down here because she's gonna have to deal with that here shortly. Okay, so yeah, basically this is what I've been doing for the farm. I'm kind of curious. all the Wonderlab stuff will not be Google translated, but I have a little bit of a question for you guys. Is there a Google Translate mod that does not affect the abnormalities? Because I will say, it is a little bit hard to do works and stuff when I literally can't tell what it says. So if there's one that just affects dialogues and names and, you know, stuff like that, I would prefer that, but if not, we'll just, we'll settle with the normal version of the Google Translate mod, because you guys seem to really enjoy it. So, I mean, who am I to deny you of something that you absolutely adored? And I gotta be honest, I adored it too, so it's not like you're the only one. Actually, ooh, you know what we could do? Technically, if you really want to think about it, if you want to go absolutely insane thinking about it, what we could do is we could do all of the cutscenes with Google Translate, but then here, we do it completely normal. Ooh. What do you guys think of that? Is that a good idea? That would, oh my god, that would make it much easier for me to understand the days, while also making it so that you guys get the funny cutscenes. Huh? I think we're on to something. However, if you just want permanent Google Translate, let me know and we'll do that. Alright, that's enough farming. Oh wow, we lost a... Wow, we lost a lot of power for that one. Okay, never mind. I guess it's not the end of the day. As far as stats are going, though, Unluckiest Man has gotten a ton of justice. Sombor has gotten quite a bit of stats. He's now on the board. Joy is doing pretty good. Pretty well-rounded day. Everett has gotten a lot of temperance because hopefully tomorrow he can farm with her. And Sally is currently at almost max stats. Reason being, she's the mascot. Of course she's got the most stats. Okay, so somebody's gonna have to pick up the Heart of Aspiration because, as it turns out, yeah, that's draining a lot of power now. Let's go do Insight, and then, let's have somebody come deal with this. Let's have Joy come get some attachment. After all, even though she hates everybody, she still has to do a little bit of attachment work. After all, who could hate this little fatty berry? Ah! Okay, we're back to 0 power. Nice. Very nice. We did not need it. Okay, let's have Everett farm up a little bit of Insight. That way he can do Red Queen tomorrow. And then Sally will just take a, I don't want to say a background. She'll sit in the background for tomorrow. That way we can actually, like, farm up stats on everybody else. So, while I work on getting our power back, I guess we'll, just do what we need to do. Now we are finished. This time for sure. Alrighty, nobody died. We got 9 LOB points. We are rolling in dough. And we got 1 promotion. So, Sally went from 53 to 64, 51 to 65, 52 to 63, 47 to 48. Everett went from 43 to 48, 44 to 55. Unluckiest Man went from 23 to 44. Sombor went from 18 to 35, 15 to 30, 21 to 30. And Joy went from 15 to 39, 15 to 26, 15 to 20, and 15 to 27. People have been committing sins since long ago. Why do they commit sins, knowing it's wrong? Wait, there's no way that this is, Oh, no way. Is this Judgment Bird already? There's no way. This is, Welchers. Oh, man, these suck! Are you kidding me? There's no way it's a Vav, right? I have to be thinking of someone else. Is this... Or no, is it Punishing Bird? So we potentially have Punishing Bird, Permadeath, and Welchers. Welchers, I don't want to take Welchers. I would like something Teth or above, but I'd prefer not to have freaking Judgment Bird if that's who it is. I think we'll do Punishing Bird. See, none of these are the Wonderlab stuff, so I think it's okay for me to choose these. So Punishing Bird, although he could have some serious downsides, will be like a good person to just go farm with. So let's do that.
Founder A. For me, a long time. Everything is fine. Successful experiments will do it for you. The good thing is that the company has many difficulties and problems.
That's a good thing?
That way, you both do well. Every day, you make efforts to improve the work of your life in other areas. How are you today? Of course, available is much more than you.
I was very scared. Of course, do not worry. It was good. I was very scared.
Oh, I'm surprised by your answer. How scary is life?
Wow, that actually makes sense!
You think I cannot encourage you. But it is a little when you become stronger, a lot of changes. It is a simple metaphor. Tree seeds that will not grow anyway. They must control the fertile soil and water sources, but especially in poor soils. If the seeds have fallen from the bed and the slight growth of leaves and roots can be painful.
This is good! She's actually talking somewhat English.
I have no water or sun, but offshore I'll do my best to take care of it.
I'm in charge of the information team in its department. I'll give you a proper greeting later. Are you planning to open up the information department before starting the day? Also, are you ready for me to talk in complete gibberish? Yes. Memory repository. Okay. Not Ian. Marcos. And berries on vine. Okay. They will be our new people. Obviously, we're actually doing really good. We haven't lost anybody yet. Yes, we're gonna get so far. Probably. Okay, let's equip some people. So here's what I think. Each... Oh no, he has a ponytail! Oh my god. Okay, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. For the moment, he's just experimenting with his hair. What? Marcos has a... What? Come on! Seriously? What? Oh my god. Okay, who else has the freaking... Does anybody else have a weird background to their hair? No, it's just you three. Okay. We'll deal with that. I believe there's a mod that allows us to just change how people look, so we'll deal with that here shortly. I want Marcos to have Pentience, and I want Berries to have Wing Beat. Okay, so we have dark, white, red. Okay, perfect. Now for outfits, Ooh. That gets a little bit interesting. Okay. Colored paper. Looking good. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that kind of stings. Can we not get any more? Oh, we can! Yes! Okay, whew. Whew, that saves us a lot of heartache. Okay, boom, boom. Whew, okay, that's much easier. There we go. Everybody is nice and outfitted. So, I believe what we're gonna do now... Basically, I think we're gonna farm some more, but first, we need to get some more people and change our appearances. Okay, so we've gotten a handful of new people. We have gotten James! Which I... Okay, I know that this probably has nothing to do with James, but why do they call it oven when you in the cold food of out hot eat the food?
Yes!
I bet you nobody knows what. People are gonna think that I just had a stroke. We bring Kyle from Ruina into this lovely little corporation of ours, and of course we have Ivan with us once more. Obviously we don't have room for them, so let's begin. Today's ordeal, the dawn of green. It's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, let's have Sombor over here do a little bit of repression training. Joy should have enough health. We're just gonna send her once just to see what she's gonna do. I want Everett to be able to do Red Queen. I don't know if he can yet, but ideally that's what we do with him. And I don't remember what Punishing Bird needs, so we're gonna bring Sally to come do that, just so nobody actually, like, dies. Now, speaking of dying, we do have a couple new mods installed. Oh wow, he really does not like instinct work, huh? We have a couple new mods installed. Basically, they're all S-Purple ego mods. And as it turns out, they're actually, like, really, really strong. So I think how we're gonna do that, because I have 2 or 3 characters that want to use S-Purple stuff. So what I'm thinking is that we're gonna wait until we finished either Hakma or Bina, their suppression. Or at least, you know, like, maxed out their floor. One or the other, we'll see. And then we'll introduce that armor. Since you can't get it legitimately, you do have to spawn it in. I figure we may as well just set the terms ourselves. I am going to bring Everett to do Insight. He should be able to pull that off, probably. I don't seem to recall Punishing Bird doing so much damage. Like, Sally actually took 25% of her health. That's scary. I really don't recall Punishing Bird doing quite so much damage. That is, that's nerve-wracking, because he's only a Teth. At least his armor will be useful, right? Right, guys? His armor will be useful. Right? Yeah. After Sombor comes over here, we're gonna have Joy train with Prudence, and then we're gonna have Sombor train with Fairy Festival. I think that's what we're going to do. And then we'll just deal with Red Queen as she comes. Okay. Let's do that. So Oppression obviously isn't gonna do anything. His managerial guidelines, from memory, are basically just don't hit him, and also he gets jealous if you work on other people, so that's what I seem to recall from him. So hopefully all goes according to plan. We are going to have Sombor come work on fairies from this moment onwards after we get 1 pulse of healing. Boom. Okay. So let's have Sombor come over here. 56%, and he's got a decent amount of health and red resistance, so why not? We'll do Justice over there, and then we can do Insight over here. And then for Punishing Bird, I'm gonna bring Sally to come deal with it again, because I'm a little nervous about how much damage he's actually dishing out. That is really frightening that a Teth is doing so much damage. Maybe that's the reason we keep dying to Red Queen. I don't know. But, eesh. It's definitely not a pleasant thought. Now, we are about to have our Dawn event. Doubt. One day a question crossed through my mind. Where did we come from? Where did we go? Where do you come from, Cotton Joe? Okay. Both of them are right here. They're weak to black. So, let's send Ian and Sally. Okay. So, Ian and Sally are both on this one. And this one, I just want to gang up on. I want him to kind of just get destroyed. So, you three have a decent amount of health. So, I want you guys to go for this one. Okay, now to watch their health. Sally is taking some damage. Holy. Ooh, scary. What's her health? She's taking about 5 per swing. Okay, we're gonna have Sally run from that. And then... Not Ian can do a little bit of damage. Yeah, it's a little bit of screaming. We don't have to worry about that. Okay, Ian can take one more. Yikes. Ian almost died. Actually, I think Ian is at 1 health. He is at technically 0 health. He is theoretically dead. That's scary. Wow. That's bad. Hey, if the clerk's gotta die, the clerk's gotta die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're not healing very much either. They are both coming this way. Okay, they're starting to leave now, but... Okay, so we can't fight them while they're together like this. This is, crappy. If they take out the clerks, they have a much higher chance to split up. Let's see if Ian can get a hit in. Okay, they're still both together, actually. Man, they don't want to split up, do they? I guess they're just hunting down the clerks, but let's bring Sally, and let's try and beat this one up a little bit. The clerks don't matter too terribly much, at least not right now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's start moving her away. She has a decently good shot against them, but... 1, 2, 3. Oh, a clerk that's fighting! Oh my goodness! He's going in. Oh, got one! Okay, this one's down. So... I like your thinking. I like that thinking. There's a certain Abno that I would be... I would totally want to befriend.
It's Queen of Hatred.
Okay, yee. Unluckiest man. You're up. Let's go do a little bit of fighting, huh? Okay, there he goes. Okay, what's your health? I know we're fighting extremely slowly, but we kind of need to. Okay, let's have you leave. Okay, Everett, I want you to come fight now. Okay, let's just watch his health. Ooh, got him! Yeah! Oh my goodness, that really? That is so... Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? We should have done more farming. Oh my... 369. Ooh, that's, really? Oh, boy. That's, Okay, hang on. We should have put the Heart of Aspiration on Sally. We should have put the Heart of Aspiration on Sally. Why did I not think of that? We can do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. We needed to see how strong we really are. See, that's why I did it. It's not because I was so hyper-fixated on keeping people alive that I didn't even think about it. No. You see, it's actually Galaxy Brain plays. See, I knew if we put on the Heart of Aspiration, we'll guaranteed be able to do it. But, see, we don't want the guarantee. We want to be sure that we can actually do it by ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Are you seeing what I'm saying? So, because we've seen that we can do it by ourselves without the help of any tools, from now on, we can use the tools and guarantee a victory. See? You gotta have a Galaxy Brain play. What's that? Why didn't I take the safer option when it's a permadeath run and all deaths are permanent and I shouldn't be trying to stress test? Let's work on Punishing Bird. Oh no. Oh no. It's begun. Ah. Ow. Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah. Oh. How much damage is he actually doing? Too much! He's actually doing too much damage. What? Okay, well, it'll be fine. He'll beat on us for a little bit. We'll get healed up. Oh, no, we won't. Oh, he's leaving. Okay. Whew. Man, this place is dangerous. I believe that, as they say, is that. Excellent work, everybody. You all did wonderful. Okay. So, Sally went from 64 to 71, 65 to 69, nice. 63 to 69, nice. Everett went from 49 to 51, 48 to 65, 55 to 63. Unluckiest Man went from 38 to 51, 32 to 34, 28 to 44. Sombor went from 15 to 29, and Joy went from 26 to 43, 20 to 36, and 27 to 31. No. No. Oh, but that Pale Sword, oh, that Pale Sword actually, though, could be so good. Because that's an HE Pale Sword. Oh my goodness. That could... Oh. We only get like one though, don't we? But that Pale Sword could carry us through a lot of the game. Oh, but at the same time, is this new? The more blood it has, the more beautiful... Or wait a minute. No, but it doesn't have the circle. I was gonna say this is Sakura Tree. But it... I thought the Sakura Tree was a developer item. Or not a developer, a supporter abnormality. Oh, I can't believe... I hate freaking... Crumbling Armor is, it's not the most fun abnormality in the world, considering it's going to get a lot of people killed. But at the same time, that freaking pale katana could carry us through so much of the game. An HE weapon that does pale. Like, not a lot has pale resistance. So even though it's an HE, which by the way, for this stage in the game, is really powerful. Oh, man. Alright. Considering our rule is that we're going to restart, with all of our stuff if everybody dies, considering that is currently the rule, that it's too good to pass up. As dangerous as it is, considering if we do attachment once that person dies, it's just too good to pass up.
To know that you have many employees. First of all, I want to see.
If you want to see, you should open your eyes. Oh, got her!
According to many, his approach was adopted for the first time in the spirit of bias. Definitely, which is pretty funny. Unfortunately, there are no regulations against direct contact with the office. This does not seem to take into account the rules of those to be suspended. And I think this is a good example of the recipient's generous delivery ability, this ability to communicate with each other. You often travel faster than you think. If an employee is willing to visit you, but that does not bother you, whoever has come out against him. But you do not do what they do and ask. Thank you for your effort. You will tell them, I beg you, good for me. Are both good for you? They read, every job means it is more user-friendly, and it was not fun to hear what they had to say. Drive and let them knock on the door and ask to watch the bar. I hope it is a good decision.
Okay. We can have 2 new people. Let's put Ivanko in. I think Joy is going to be the one that we have permanently sitting on, Crumbling Armor. At least I'm fairly sure it's Crumbling Armor. It's a Teth, so I mean, we have that going for us. Let's go to our ego list. I want to put on Beak, 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 and Beak. Okay. So that kind of rounds out our resistances a little bit. So, Control Team is really good against Dark, because we have Dark with Sally, we have Dark with Joy, and then we have decent white, decent red, decent white, decent red, Dark, decent white, decent red, high red, high red. So, hopefully this works out for us. Well, we have 2 guns now, so we're not in as much danger when we're trying to suppress stuff now. So, I mean, that's a plus. You know, you like to hear that. Okay, we'll make some people in a minute, but for the moment, I am so nervous about this. Okay. I believe we need to do repression. And we're gonna do it with Joy. Let's see what happens. This might just be an immediate death, unfortunately. Oh boy. Alright. And we need to do 4 instinct works for Yesod today. That sword is gonna be so good if we can actually get it. However, our chance of dying is a little bit high. I believe we do repression. And then I think we just spam... I don't remember. Whew. Okay. That... What's her health at? Okay, she was fine. She still had about half health left. But, eesh. Okay. An agent with level 1 fortitude died. An agent who performed repression got the gift. Okay. So that doesn't tell us a whole lot. So I think we just keep sending Joy. Because we don't want everybody to have the flame. Because if literally everybody has the flame, then we cannot perform attachment at all. Like, at all. Now, what slot does it take up? Because we can actually replace it. Not easily, but we can get it replaced with something else. So, it's a hat. We don't currently have a hat. So, we're going to be stuck with it for now. So, for the moment, we are just going to keep on keeping on. I'm gonna do instinct. Let's do instinct. Okay, that went well. Boom, boom. An agent attached was ordered to repression work with any abnormality. Each time the work process ended, the results... Okay, so don't spam repression. Do not let an agent with the gift of perform attachment work. As soon as they enter, they will die. Okay, so I think we need to go for instinct one more time. And then we pretty much have all of his tips figured out. And then I think Joy just needs to spam instinct on him. I don't know that for certain, but if we can get this katana, that is going to be such a huge buff. Like, we are going to be so much stronger if we can actually get it. Of course, our chance of actually losing someone because of our incessant need to get that can be something else entirely. Let's have Sombor get some health. Okay, and now last time with Joy. Okay, we're pretty much good to go. Okay. If an agent performs an excessive amount of repression work, then the effect that the artifact provides will gradually become negative. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Joy basically just needs to sit on crumbling armor. Well, we know who our fighter is gonna be. Let's have Everett come over here. And Dawn. Oh. Well, that's a little anticlimactic, isn't it? Let's have Joy heal up one more time, and then she'll keep going back to crumbling armor. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Doubt. I want Sally to pick up the heart, and then she will go fight this guy. Now, we have two people with guns, so let's see how they do. I appreciate the bravery, Everett. However, I would prefer you don't die. Joy isn't doing too well. However, we've seen that she doesn't lose too much health, so it should be okay. We're going to pick up the heart. And now I want Sally to come fight that. She has an extra 10 health and 10 attack speed. Let's kite them a bit. Okay. Sally is still on her way. Let's have... I don't want Joy to fight just yet. Okay. Okay, let's kite you two away. Okay, keep shooting. Okay, I'm gonna have you two come up here and heal, because I don't know what your health is, and I'd prefer not to risk it. Neither of you are too hurt, actually. So, let's have you kite this way. Get a little bit of distance. Okay. You keep shooting. What is Sally's health? She's doing okay. Okay, she's still okay. Let's have you two kite this way. Keep shooting. What is Sally's health? Okay, now we're gonna have Sally come back up here to heal. And then now I want Joy to come over and start laying the smack down. Okay, they did it. He's down. Nice. Okay, that's one down. Only one more to go. He's got to be close. Yeah, okay, he was really, really close. Whew. This is so scary. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, do not perform attachment on him. You will die. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. So, all in all, we're looking okay. Joy is basically locked into fortitude and prudence until we can actually get a hold on a hat. So at the moment, she's totally locked in. She has to do those two, or else she will die. Either slowly or right away. Now, we did actually manage to do Yesod's quest as well, so that's pretty nice. Let's have Sally come hang out down here, because she has the heart, so I think... Well, she engaged in combat, but I'm not going to trust it. I'd prefer her not to go insane, especially because she has the highest stats, the heart, and a black weapon. I would prefer she does not go insane. Another day, another dollar. We... Wait. Are done. Nice job, everyone. You've done incredibly. Sally went from 71 to 72, 69, nice, to 71, 69, nice, to 75. Everett went from 51 to 54, 65 to 73, 63 to 70. Unluckiest man went from 51 to 61, 34 to 37, 44 to 48. Sombor went from 35 to 38. Joy went from 39 to 71 and 31 to 33. Berries on Vine went from 15 to 20 and 15 to 42. And Ivan Co. went from 15 to 19, 15 to 17, 15 to 41. Pretty good, if you ask me. Pretty solid.
Power generation is increasing at this plant. It turned out that they had invented for themselves, and not in the beginning. Top management is watching you. From the creator of all is one of them. What do you know about A? Answer: this is a product. A farmer who sows clean soil without even realizing it. Over time, you may want to meet in person. When this happens, you can make your dreams come true. Well, I'm sure I admire it. But it also made me a case of justice. It is also charming. Some need to understand this in reality. Indeed, it is difficult to understand how difficult it can be. And I came to make them fully understand where you are.
His name is About? Oh my god! His name is About. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, doing his voice with such broken speech is going to be awful. Director. Nope. You are not in the community of this chapter. You do not need to follow the example of others. But the factor in our department is one of at least 10 points. Managers are the exception. However, according to the Sephiroth rules, there is no right to penalize the coach, so the video should be released immediately. I just, oh my. I thought your name was about. I, Jesson, head of information. The data storage and processing team checks all company data. Every day new information is generated. You need to make sure you always focus on your work. It can be compared to a good reference book. The cause of self-error in declaring disaster is not a quick temper. I hope you understand that my work is important. There is no reason for despair, and from what he has read the message, he wants to despair about all this. Even information, I guess. You are interested in culture. There is no part of her body. I do not remember when it started, because... But before... He just cuts himself off mid-sentence. Manager, how do... The floor is wet. Did you... Just imagine trying to have a conversation and halfway through he just changes topics. Oh, yeah. But before, it was not like they had to be together. Hey, it's Nezak. I love Nezak. Is probably the most normal name so far.
We're sorry. Do you have documents? Some of our sections are available.
According to resource orders between teams, they do not trade, O Fortune. The first page should say Sepira.
Good! It no longer concerns the Viper and the brightness. Fine, sorry. I do not want to chew.
What is the meaning of the pictogram? You. For the meaning! I knew it! Oh my god. This is so good. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, yeah. I am so not excited to experience freaking Bina with broken speech. Let alone cheesed. The characters with, like, harder voices are going to suck. Does your surname help you laugh at the trial? We are sorry. Too many advantages. Another is a joke called Sephiroth after my nickname. But others take it more seriously. I know a lot of employees who don't really look at me. Aliases may be naive, but they are just a few words to describe them in any way. However, as aliases, what do you think, director? No, now we're doing it. Now we're interrupting ourselves. Okay.
I love this sound. There is this beautiful ring.
There's a beautiful ring. This is strange, but for now. Need to go. And this office. Oh, I like the following job.
Can I follow you forever, so I can tear them apart?
However, the curse continues eternally, never broken. The girl begged in tears, "Mister, please cut off my feet."
I am looking. But is this your workplace? What highlights the report's enthusiasm for the number of arguments in? Does it not concern the cause of death? This problem is very simple. They probably know the answer.
We gotta secure the stick.
Well, it's very simple, because I remind you that I cannot believe. It is not a function of the regulation of industry production. It is a fact very much. You do not pay attention to the cane in your hands.
Whoa! Whoa! We shouldn't be holding our cane in our hand.
I have known her for a long time, but you do not remember her humanitarian. Robotics is a huge industry where energy is a priority. This is a simple question for me, but perhaps not for you. If I am human, how covered?
If I'm a human, how covered am I?
What do you think? Please do not worry. He says, I will not do it. I am actually the main dimension.
She's the main dimension. I knew it. Despite the first impression, oh no, that's not quite it. It exceeds expectations. Explain below. Kappa? Kappa. Come on. Kappa. Oh, I know a few people that really like that Kappa girl. Oh. Everyone's gonna... Oh.
Unfortunately, your team found many victims.
How often?
Aren't you part of the purpose of pain? I am very dissatisfied.
An accident happened. I hope you understand. This is not a big problem. If you focus on it, whining and screaming, and you end up getting tired.
But they are dead. What if you look at something in the staff? Please? This means that the department must manage everything.
Well, maybe my goal is different from yours. Whoa, alright. I do not know. Sensitive to power. If you worry less about employee complaints and lose your true meaning.
I think the answer is no. So, no. Right? And they are busy. Will you see it again?
Ooh, it's music. Oh, jamming. Oh yeah. Do you think this is a moral way to suffer a lot? Yes, it is. I am very surprised by your letter. Letter? Do you think any accident can happen? Watch out for the dead. Do they do nothing all day? Is the oh, wow, that's a word. Vestibule. Honestly, I don't know how to say that. Supplied with electric light. Saying I'm not used to it in my precarious undergraduate services. Compassion. Bad cooperation. Delete them. Okay, I want to throw this in really quick because I was actually catching up. Apparently, we have special Wonder Lab stuff. Apparently we have 3 of them. I don't know if we're supposed to read this in like a specific order, but I'm gonna go ahead and read one of them now. And then we'll just read the others as we go along, I guess? I don't know exactly how these work. So let's go ahead. Well, what do we think Joe sounds like? Testing, testing. Do you copy, manager? Greetings. This is Joe, Chief of Control Team of Branch 05681. As noted prior, the manager of Branch 05681's
has perished. We are unable to pick a replacement manager at this time. Yet, there are many abnormalities in this branch that are highly difficult to handle without the support of a manager. As such, the decision to transport all abnormalities, save for the bare minimum needed to keep this branch functional, to headquarters was made. Following the procedure for the transportation of abnormalities, you have been given the identification codes for each of them. Transmission terminated with branch 05681.
What's with your expression, manager?
It's rather worrying. The abnormalities sent from branch possesses great PE box production and powerful ego equipment. It will certainly help with our energy production. However, it's all but certain that these new abnormalities will be dangerous. As expected, you'll have more work on your hands. Though, like they say, every rose has its thorn. When viewing that idiom positively, this could mean every thorn has its own rose. The bloom of a cactus must be a sight to behold.
Interesting. I feel like we should have gotten that pretty early on, but we didn't. Also, we have all three. Should we just read them all? Okay.
Do you copy?
Greetings. I'm Sasha. Oh, Chief of Disciplinary Team. You know what? We'll save this for when we get Disciplinary Team. Perfect. That's what we'll do. So when is this one ready? So we'll save that for Bina. Based on this music, we'll read this in Bina. Okay. So, number 1 is like at the start of the game. Number 2 is when we hit Gabura. And number 3 is when we hit Bina. Okay. Hey, I'm fine with that. At least we know when to actually read them. Now, back to the end of the video. Oh yeah. Display HP, please. Yeah. I can't live without it anymore, please. I need it. Okay. Next we're going to put James. Welcome aboard. We don't even have the armor yet. I was gonna say James can put on the life of a Daredevil. However, we don't even seem to have it. So, Wingbeat will have to do. Who do we give Life of a Daredevil? I mean, technically we could give it to Sally, but I feel like... I feel like her being the channel mascot, she gets pampered an awful lot. She has the highest stats. So... maybe we should give it to somebody else? Maybe we should give it to Joy. If she's gonna be our fighter, I mean... it makes sense for her to have it. Right? Alright. Joy, enjoy... that wasn't on purpose. Enjoy your new weapon. James! Pentience. Excellent. It's an HE! No! It's an HE! And not only that, it's an HE from Wonder Lab. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be great. Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be real good. Okay. I'm gonna go in game just so we can save our positions, and because I want to look at what it is. Oh!
I know who you are.
How the heck do we deal with him? Wait! If he's here, does that... Well, wait, hang on. So, if he's here, then the Golden Road has to be here, right? I wonder if there's some kind of synergy. I wonder if it's a, yin and yang situation, where if you have both, well, would it be bad, though, to have them both? I can't even pretend I know, but if he's here, and Golden Road is presumably here, then, well, I'd imagine they have some kind of synergy. Like, maybe it's like, if you get a bad work result on Golden Road, then his Quiplath counter goes down. I don't know. Or is it like, if... Huh. Well, we're just theory crafting. The only way to really find out what he does is to go work on him, but I gotta be honest, I'm, frightened. Little bit nervous. If we were gonna lose people, it's gonna be now. Considering this is where we lost the first run, this might be where we lose the well, technically lost the second run. This might be where we lose the third, technically second run. Oh, and he's an HE? Oh, man. Okay. Should we... I feel like maybe we should save this for another episode. Maybe. I don't know. Information team is not looking too decked out. It's hard to level everybody right now. When everybody starts at, everything level 3, things are a lot easier. But obviously, this being our quote-quote first run, we're currently struggling just a bit. I mean, we're getting through. We've made it to day 8 so far. Like, that's definitely not a bad thing, and we've taken some risks in some of the people we've taken. Obviously, after losing a run to her, taking her again was probably not the smartest choice, but I mean, it's worked out. We have both of her scythes, both of her armor, so that's really helpful. And then we took him for the weapon, because this weapon is going to carry us for, like, a while. If anything is breaching, Pale is going to be insane. Literally everything is weak to Pale. Not everything, but most things are weak to Pale. And we have the heart. You know what? You know what I'm kind of worried about? Like, this just popped into mind, and I'm a little bit worried about this. So, we have Punishing Bird, right? Obviously, he's 1 out of 3 pieces of a 4th. Him. We know that there's 2 others in the base game, right? Being the Scarecrow and the Warm-Hearted Woodsman. If the Golden Road is also here, or actually, if we have him, the Scarecrow, and the Woodsman, and the Scarecrow and the Woodsman escape, does that mean that he would escape, and then the Golden Road would be out and about? But what would that do? Maybe she, like, gives a special item? Is this like a really weak HE version of Apocalypse Bird? Not that she's weak. Oh, God. Oh, no. What if she drops a freaking house on us? No, what if it's the Purple Noon? What if her house is like the Purple Noon? Oh, no. We better get used to the elevators, huh? Oh, no. I'll be ready for it. If we get the Scarecrow and the Woodsman, I'll be ready for it. You want to drop a house on me? You're gonna have to do better than that. Probably. I'm just theory crafting, but doesn't that make sense? Like, really... Because Warm-Hearted is an HE. Scarecrow's an HE. This is an HE. So presumably, she would pop out and either be an HE or a VAV. And then, I imagine that's like her only attack. Maybe she does like a little dance, and then they like cheer or something. And then the house drops, and anybody in the department is dead. Unless you're in the elevator. Right? Is this making sense? Am I onto something here, or am I just going completely insane? Because I feel like I'm onto something. I feel like I've predicted exactly what's gonna happen. Ooh, and we're gonna be ready for it. Anyway, I believe that is going to do it for this episode of the Lobotomy Corporation. Thank you guys so much for watching. We have 7 LOB points that we can still spend to bring in a couple more characters. I have a feeling who's going to be added next, but if you would like a character in this series, be sure and let me know, and I will get them added as soon as possible. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm pretty happy with how much progress we've been making, and I will see you
in the next one.
Bye.